British ministers say they won't be acting on single-sex bathroom laws. Finally, some sanity. If you spend some time in London, you've probably noticed by now that there's a lot of bathrooms that are just unisex. And this is the big discussion at the moment. It's already happened in America, but the discussion now is whether it's right to have single-sex bathrooms, i.e. women's bathrooms and men's bathrooms, that would exclude gender fluid people or whatever they're called, trans people, whether it would exclude them or not. That's the argument. But one thing I've noticed is in these unisex bathrooms in London, when you go inside of them, a lot of the time they still have cubicles, and the cubicles are still labelled men or women. And the only difference, because I accidentally went in the women's one, is that there's a bin in the women's cubicles for certain sanitary products. And it's kind of sexist, isn't it? Assuming that only women have periods. Anyway, the government said that they've got no intention of changing the laws which allow female and male only areas. And The Independent has reported, pressure has grown for a change in the law after a series of incidents in which people self-defining as a gender that is different to their biological sex have been turned away from single-sex spaces. On other occasions, objections were raised when men identifying as women were allowed to swim in women-only pools, and when a woman who requested a female nurse to perform her cervical smear test was treated by a man self-identifying as female. Ministers said they would not change the law to make single-sex spaces illegal. Things are just getting really confusing, aren't they? That's all this is. It's about muddying the waters and making things confusing. I don't know whether it's sexist to say that real women exist, or transphobic to say that women deserve a bathroom space where they feel safe. Things are just getting confusing. And you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad that the government has decided that they're not going to take any action on this. But I have a feeling that the government's just as confused as you and I. Listen, I really genuinely don't actually care if a trans person uses a bathroom of their choice. You know, in the future, my future daughter, for instance, would be in a women's bathroom, more than likely with her mother, and in a separate cubicle to whichever cubicle that the trans person was using. And if a trans person really is trans, and they've spent years and years and years transitioning, and they take it seriously, and that's who they've decided to become, nobody's going to bat an eyelid if a trans woman walks into a woman's bathroom. That's just how it goes. However, if a man with a wig and a beard walked in, then I think it's only fair for a concerned father to have a word with him. But changing the laws on the trans toilets in the UK, it just muddies the waters and makes issues more complicated. If you look and act like a woman, there's going to be no issue with you using a women's bathroom. And if you look and act like a man because you've spent years transitioning as a man, then you're more than welcome to join us in the men's room. But please don't expect it to smell like roses. Well, I would say to the trans community these days that if they're really concerned about safety and fairness and living a good quality of life in the UK and the West as a trans person, rather than looking at bathroom laws, you should be looking at immigration laws. If you want to see more from me and the rest of the Rebel team, remember to like and subscribe.